guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a makeup collection and organization video. I personally love watching this kind of videos for two reasons. The first one being that I love to watch what kind of makeup other people have and like to collect, and I find that very satisfying. And the second reason is that I get a lot of ideas how to organize my makeup better, and I'm all about that. I love organizing, especially my makeup. So when I see new tips and tricks, I get very excited and I run into it myself if I can. So for that reason, I thought it was time that I did a video like that. I've been watching so many videos like this and doing it myself right now. It's very exciting and a little bit scary too, because I don't want this video to come out as me bragging about how much makeup I have. I think about a year ago I did a video of my eyeshadow palette collection, and that went crazy. I didn't expect it to have so many views and likes and comments, and yeah, so I thought that since the response was positive, I would do this video too. Also, another reason is that I am going to be moving soon, so I don't know how it is going to be organized afterwards. So I thought before I move, I would show you how it looks right now, because I'm actually quite happy with the way that it is organized. So I really hope you find this helpful and really enjoy it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is my little makeup corner. This is where everything is and where the magic happens. So this is my makeup table. I mostly keep brushes on here. I have some face brushes. Here are the mascaras that I use every day. More face brushes. I have a mirror. To this side I have blending brushes, flat concealer brushes, and then detailer brushes. And then I have this thing right here. It was very cheap. I think I got it off eBay, and I just have it to hold my sponge while I use them. It's really nice because I don't have to leave it on the table or anywhere, and that way it stays clean. Okay, so moving on, right here I have a plant that is half dead but doesn't want to die yet, so it keeps coming back to life. And right underneath that I just have some storage. Is a, I think it was an office organizer from IKEA. I mean, everything is from IKEA, so I mainly have some backup and some MAC and blush containers that I need to return to the store. So up here I tried to do somewhat of a art wall, or whatever that's called. These are some cheap leaves that I got off eBay. I think they look very nice and bring some green to the place, which I really like. So right here I have mostly small palettes that fit in this thing, and I think they look very nice, and it's more storage because I need quite a bit storage for my palettes. And the ones that I have here are the Dose of Colors and I Love Saturday palette, the Colourpop Good Sport palette, the Colourpop Zodiac, Dream Street, Cute AF, mostly Colourpop actually. And I also talked about 4 of these on my makeup with nice packaging video, and they're here for a reason. I really like to display them because they are beautiful. And then I have the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and the Soft X Makeup Revolution palette. I have the Sahara by Juvia's and the Zulu palette. And here I have 1 Dose of Colors lipstick and 3 Colourpop ones and 2 from Makeup Revolution, and the rest of them are MAC. I really like displaying those because they all have kind of similar packaging, and I think it looks pretty. So here are mostly products that I use on a daily basis, except from these ones. These are all of my eye pencils, and I'm not gonna go through them. And back here I have all of my lip pencils. Those are the products that I use on a daily basis, which are mostly bottles, because I have more in another drawer. Here I have the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, which I love. This is my favorite. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I really like to use this foundation during the summer. And then I have my very favorite Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Let's leave it at that. And then I've been trying this Bourjois Healthy Mix Glow. I like it. I use it underneath my foundation, but I think it makes my foundation a little bit darker, so I'm not sure about that yet. This is a travel size of the Hourglass Vanish, what is it called? Veil Mineral Primer. I got the small one because I wanted to give it a try, and the big one is hella expensive. So far, I like it a lot. And then I have my favorite primer, which is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I really like it, especially if you have dry skin, you're gonna love it. Then I have the Iconic London Illuminator, which I used to use a lot before, but now I don't use it so much, and that's why I put it here, so that I use it more often, because it's very pretty. It's very intense, but very pretty. And of course, my Inglot Dura line, which I use all the time for many things. It's necessary. I think this is my third bottle or fourth, I'm not sure. And here I have a small palette, which I'm pretty sure I got off eBay too. I use it a lot actually. I use it to mix my foundations, I use it to mix pigments, I use it to put eyelash glue so that it dries a little bit and the whole procedure gets faster. I think it's very nice to have. Right here, very simple, I have a box of tissues. I have this acrylic case right here, which I actually really like them. I have like 4 of them. I think that they look very nice and clean, and I really like that. And here are all dirty brushes that need to be washed at some point. And here are some extra clean brushes that I don't use all the time and they don't sit on my table. And down there I have some, let's move on, some stuff. So here I have another leaf. I think they're called Monserana, I'm not sure, something like that. So what I do here is I bought these 2 glass boxes or jars, whatever they are. On this side I put my clean sponges, and on this side I put my dirty ones. I really like this system because I separate my clean and my dirty sponges, and they don't need to sit all together and all get dirty. Here I have one of my favorite perfumes. I really love the bottle of it. It's a Burberry body. I really like to display it, so I keep it here with all my pretty stuff. I have a hand cream right here. It's a KO polish snickerdoodle. It smells like cookies. Every time I use it I get hungry. This is a sample hand cream, which I got with my sheet mask subscription, and it smells like roses, and I don't really like the smell of roses, but this one smells so good. If I can find it, I'm gonna buy a full size because it smells so good. It's not that hydrating for my dry skin, but I really like the way it smells. And here I have some pretty lip products that I like to display. I also talked about this on my makeup with pretty packaging. And here I have some rings because I always forget to wear rings, and when I have them here I see them and I use them. Okay, so moving on. This is actually a very old drawer. It used to be brown with white and I hated that, and I tried to put some contact paper right here and right here. It's not perfect, but it is much nicer than it used to be. Okay, are you ready? Here I have the rest of the eyeshadow palettes that don't get displayed. This one is the Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette. This is the NYX I Love You So Much. I really like this palette. It has some gorgeous shades. And then I have the Morphe 25A. This is actually quite good quality, especially those shades right here, which are shimmers. They are very good actually, and very buttery. So this is a nice palette, and I also really like that it has a clear lid, which makes it easier to see the shade and easier to reach for it. And then I have a Z palette. All of those are Makeup Geek shadows. I'm missing a few ones, but Makeup Geek makes some very good shadows and on a very good price. And next I have my Morphe 35O palette, which looks like this. I haven't used it in a while. It's a good palette. And then I have the Juvia's Place Magic palette. I used to display this palette, and where the sun would hit it, it got lighter. I'm a little bit upset about that, but it's still a very nice palette. Here I have the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. It's very colorful and they're very pigmented, and it's a very good palette for creative looks, so I really like that. This is the Linda Hallberg Enchanted Secrets palette. It has some gorgeous duochrome shades. I don't use it so often, but it's very pretty. This is a recent addition to my collection. It is the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette. It is so good. It has a huge mirror, which not all of the Colourpop palettes have. Those shades, this one, so gorgeous. I really love this palette. I've used it a couple of times and I really love it. Then I have the Dose of Colors with Desi and Katie palette. These shades are so unique, especially those two right here. They are gorgeous. I love this palette so much. Okay, now here I have the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. So pretty, and this palette is very good quality. Next I have the Naked Heat palette. Very bulky, don't like that, but the shadows are very good. And then I have some Zoeva palettes. This is the Caramel Melange. What is this? Aristo palette. This is my favorite one. This is a Cocoa Blend palette. So good. And then I have some Anastasia palettes. This is a soft glam palette. You all know how it looks. Modern Renaissance Subculture palette. I still love this palette, not getting rid of it. And this is my favorite one, the Prism palette. And then this palette that took me quite a while to get, but I'm very happy that I did. This is a Francation palette with Dose of Colors and Desencated. Oh my god, those shades are so good. I'm not gonna start swatching things because I'll be here until tomorrow and I cannot resist. These are actually two palettes from England. They are custom made and magnetic, and it's really nice that they magnetize each other, and it's a unique system and I really like that. And then I have this NYX Love You So Much. This is actually a highlighter palette, but I find them to be very glittery, so that's why I use them on my eyes, or I'm gonna use them at some point. And this is also a recent addition. I've been eyeing this thing for such a long time. This is the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter eyeshadow stock. They are also magnetic. It is so cool. It comes with 4 shades right here. Oops. Okay, I need to get a wipe. I told you, that's why I'm not swatching things. Let's take that one too. Anyway, so this is my eyeshadow drawer. And on the next drawer, I have my everyday products. To start right here, this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. We don't have it in Europe yet. I really hope it comes soon because it is a great powder. And then I have my makeup store marble blush in Rosso Francia, something like that. And then I have my number 7 bronzer, caramel bronzer. I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed powder. This is a very good powder for dry skin, but I find it so difficult to get the product. The more you use it, the easier it gets to get the product, but in the beginning you almost get no product. So as you can see, I have tried to scrape off the top layer so that it gets easier. Next I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. I use this palette a lot. I use it both for contouring and setting my face with it, and I think I'm gonna hit pan soon. It is a very good and affordable little palette. I really didn't have anywhere better to put this one, so it's just sitting there. This is just in lip balm, which I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. So in this little section right here, I have my stick products. This is a Maybelline stick highlighter. This is a Nude Sticks Nudies all over face color. This is a cream bronzer and I really love it. When I don't want to use powder on my face, I use this one, and it is a very beautiful shade and very easy to blend. By the way, I made those small sections myself. This is just foam board and I use my hot glue gun right there, and this is just contact paper on the bottom. I really love this idea because I can customize it to exactly what my needs are and how I want to have the product, so it works so well. And also I can adjust it because it is actually not that difficult to separate them. Sometimes they fall apart without me wanting that, but it is very easy to fix again. It has been a life-changing thing because I tried to organize stuff with boxes, with containers. Nothing fits exactly as you want it, but this way it does. Anyways, here I have my brow products mostly. I do have a black eye pencil by NYX and also the NYX Epic Liner because I use them sometimes and I didn't want to have them together with the other ones. It's a little bit easier to find right here. And then I have this LA Girl Slim Shady Brow Pencil. Very good. But recently I've been using this one a lot. This is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. It is so good, but it takes some getting used to. From this side it is a brow pencil. I'm not so big on brow pencils. I prefer brow pomades, but it is very good actually. And on this side it has, can you even see it? Come on, why don't you focus? Honestly, come on. On this side it has a little brush. It looks like an eyeliner. It is a game changer. It makes your brows look microbladed. I tried to use this with a pencil in the beginning, but I actually still prefer to use a brow pomade. I had used a brow pomade for so many years and I've decided to try something different because it takes some time. So I thought I would use this one, but I find that the combination of brow pomade and the brush on this one, it makes the brows look so good. And of course my favorite brow gel. This is the clear brow gel by the Brow Gel. It's almost drying out and I need to get another one very soon. Okay, so here I have my concealers. I have quite a few of them here because they are a little bit different finish and shade. Some are a little bit darker, some are a little bit lighter. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It has a medium coverage, I would say. Then I have Tarte Shape Tape. I've been using this a lot lately, actually. And then, go away, man. Excuse my leg. And then I recently got the Jouer, what is it called? Essential High Coverage Concealer. It looks nice. It's just that the shade that I bought is a little bit dark for me, so I don't get to use it a lot. So I'm gonna have to buy a lighter shade because they all say amazing things about this concealer. And I think it's nice to change things up a little bit, not to use the same thing all the time. And then I have my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is almost empty. I said before that I will probably not repurchase this concealer because I just find that it creases a little bit too much for me. I have other concealers that work better for me. It is very affordable and I would still recommend it because for that price it is totally worth it, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. Okay, so next I have things in tubes. Basically, I have the Benefit Professional. This is a travel size one. It works very nice. I don't use it all over my face. I use it mostly where I have pores around my nose, and I really like it. And then I have the Maybelline Strobing Liquid. I don't love this. I'm trying to use this up, so that's why it's sitting here. This is the NYX Glitter Primer. I use it all the time, not only with glitter, but with shimmering shades and glittery shades because it makes them last much longer and be more intense, so I love that. This is the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. I don't use it that often. I try to. That's why I put it here. And then I have some pots in here. This is the Anastasia The Brow Pomade. I used to use it. As you can see, it's almost empty, but it's still going on strong. I don't use it so much right now because I actually prefer the Benefit Brow. I've also used quite a bit of it. I use it with Inglot Duraline because it makes it so much easier to work with. I think the formula is a little bit easier to work with than the Anastasia one. Here I have a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. I put it right here because I should use them more often because almost half of the ones that I had dried out and I had to throw them away, so that's why I try to keep it here. And I try to rotate everything in here, so especially those products right here, they don't stay the same. I take new bronzers and new blushes and try to rotate things. This is MAC Soft Ochre. I try to use it because I bought it. It is a little bit drying for me, but I still try to use it. And I have quite a bit left. I actually think I got a dried one because I swatched another one on a MAC store and it was much creamier than mine, so I think I got an old one, or I don't know. This is my favorite gel liner. This is the Inglot gel liner in the shade 89. It is this very beautiful purpley brown. It has crack, but it still works very well. Most of the Inglot gel liners crack at some point, but it is not dry. It works very well. Also, if it dries, I do use the Inglot Duraline. And the last thing that I have right here, this is a cream highlighter. This is the Colourpop On The Cusp highlighter. I really like it because it's not glittery, it's mostly shimmer, and it looks very natural, but at the same time it's quite intense in a good way. That's it for the drawer. And on this last drawer I have some householding things. Let's start from there. So here I have brushes. These are all from the Anastasia palettes that I don't use on a daily basis, and these are some old brushes that are not so good anymore. These used to be the NYX Vivid Bright eyeliners. They are dried out, but I really like these brushes because they are very thin. I actually use all of those brushes if I am doing a creating look, because then I need to have the same type of brush for many different colors, so it's nice to have some extra ones. Here I have some hair clips and bobby pins and stuff like that. I have this thing right here, which I have a razor or whatever this is called. This is to separate eyelashes and I find it quite helpful. I have this Tweezerman thing for blackheads and whiteheads. I use it way too much. This is a brush which to be honest, I don't really care about, but it came on the same set with this eyebrow scissor, which I really liked and I needed. But it does have a nice pulley. And then I have this Pinky Goat eyelash tweezer. It's really nice to hold the lashes. I actually use it quite a bit. This is a spatula, which I use quite a bit also. It came together with this thing right here, and it has been very useful for many reasons. And this is cute little tweezers. So those are mostly essential tools. Same goes with this thing right here. I have a lash curler, which I don't really love. I don't think it does much. I need a new one. And this is a, what is it called? Well, you see what it is. Moving on. This is a bar of soap, which I stole from a hotel. I use it to do my brows sometimes. It's really nice to have. And this is a small tape, which I use on my eyes sometimes if I want to do a very sharp line. And then I have Q-tips, very necessary. I use it especially to apply lash glue to my lashes. And here I have the Pixie Glow Tonic. I use it almost every time before I do my makeup to exfoliate. Sunscreen, important. This is the ordinary Moroccan Argan Oil. I used to use it on my face. I use it mostly during the winter. I don't use it so much right now. My face has become a little bit oily on my T-zone. That has never happened before. Here I have a small eye makeup remover, which is so hard to press the bottle and it annoys me, but it's cute. This is a travel size of my Clinique moisturizer. I ran out of my usual size, but I do keep that one on my bathroom anyway, so I keep it right here because hydration is important. Here I just keep some cotton pads and my Bioderma micellar water. This is also a travel size. And here I have a hand cream. This used to be the Mario Badescu facial spray, but I used it up and I just have water inside because sometimes while I do my makeup my sponges dry out and I just need to wet them a little bit instead of getting up and going all the way to my sink to wet my sponge again. This is a quick fix for lazy people. And then I have my favorite brush cleaner. This is the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. And also I have a very old towel, and as you can see I clean my brushes on this towel, so this also stays here. And here I just have some alcohol to sanitize things, very important. So that is it for this drawer. Since we're here, I thought I would start on the bottom of this shelf. This is the infamous Alex drawer. I don't really have much on that last drawer. Here I have creative stuff. I have face paints from Snazaro. I'm sorry, I was confused. And here I have very old sponges that I use if I am doing face paint because they get stained and I don't want to stain my new sponges. So, and also I have some other stuff that I might use at some point. I keep this palette right here. I wanted to get rid of it a long time ago because I don't know, I don't really love the quality of this. I do like the shades, but they are very greasy, so I just keep them in case I need them for a creative look. These are some face paint also that glow in the dark. I keep them here. I've used them mostly on Halloween looks. And also there I have some old lashes and some half lashes or quarter lashes. I keep them right here, again, for creative purposes. And here I have some, you cannot see it, but these are some gold leaves, as you can see right here. They are a pain in the ass to work with, but they are useful. Here are some flash tattoos or whatever they called. I actually haven't used them yet and I've had them for a very long time, so they're just staying there. And as I mentioned before, I used to organize things with boxes, as you can still see right here. Next, and here it's also not so exciting. I mainly have baby wipes, cotton pads, and a bunch of scrunchies and a broken ass mirror right there. Now let's get to the exciting part. I am able to open these drawers quite a bit because they actually do not open more than this, so there is a lot of space behind, but I did do some changes on them which took a very long time and I managed to make them open until here, and now I can reach everything right there because it drove me nuts to have it open until here because I couldn't see anything what's going on behind. So I am very happy with that. They're not super stable, but I don't care. Alright, let's start here. I have foundations. These are the Makeup Revolution stick foundations. I have them in 4 shades. Here I have 2 shades of the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Fresh Wear foundation. I mean, those names. This is the LA Girl, the yellow foundation. This thing is a godsend. Why haven't companies made a yellow mixing pigment before? They only made like olives and white and darkening, but none of them had made a yellow until LA Girl did, and I love them for that. And this is a Physicians Formula Healthy Mix foundation, which is very nice, but it is a little bit light for me. Also, the shade range sucks. Just like I said, this is also another mixing foundation, but this is olive. I thought that this would work for me because especially when I'm a little bit tanner, my skin tone goes from yellow to a little bit more olive. I just cannot work with it because no matter how much I use of it, it makes my foundation very dark. So I haven't been able to find the perfect mixing ratio. But right now I use this one a lot and it is so much easier and it works perfect. Then I have my Hourglass super expensive foundation. I do like it. Also, it's a little bit dark for me. Story of my life. I can never find the perfect shade. And then I have the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, which is too light for me. None of them matches me perfectly. Maybe those two a little bit. But other than that, they're either too light or too dark. Moving on to primers. This is a Becca Shimmer Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I really like it. I really love the way it smells. Next, I have the Linda Hallberg Infinity Glass primer. This is a very nice hydrating primer. It's very unique and hydrating, and it's also a little bit sticky, which is gonna make your makeup last longer. But I also really like to use it on top of a liquid lipstick because it makes it a little bit more wearable and comfortable. And then I have the NYX Angel Veil primer. I really like this primer. This is my second one. It creates a very nice and smooth canvas. And then I have the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. This is very good and hydrating and also refreshing. It makes you feel so refreshed. So it's good both for winter and summer. And last, I have the Honeydew Mia primer. I'm not sure how I feel about this primer yet. I don't notice a huge difference. I'm not sure. And then I have some extra concealers. Right now I only have two here. This is actually a NYX color corrector in medium. This is a peachy one. And then I also have another shade of Shape Tape because you can never have too many Shape Tapes. And then right here I have my setting sprays. I need to repurchase some of them because they're missing. This is my favorite one, the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this stuff. It makes your skin feel so good. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this forever because I've talked about this so many times before. And then I have the Iconic London Prep Set Glow spray. It's really nice and it makes you very glowy, a little bit glittery. This is the Pixie Glow Mist. Also makes your face look very dewy. And then of course MAC Fix Plus. And I have the travel size of the Mario Badescu facial spray. And I have this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I bought the travel size so that I could try it, and I don't think I'm gonna buy the big one because this has silver shimmer on it. You will probably not be able to see, but it has silvery shimmer on it and you can actually see it on the face. And also if you don't shake it very well, sometimes it might leave some spot. It kind of ruins your makeup. You have to be careful how much you use and how you use it. So I don't think it's worth it because this is a high-end product, but the mist of it is so fine. Like, this is so nice. Moving on. This is my favorite drawer because here I leave the glitters and the pigments and all the fun stuff. Here all of these are Inglot gel liners. So one day there was a 60% sale on their website and I went a little bit crazy. So that's why I have so many. And also I have so many pigments. These are loose pigments. They are very beautiful. These are Suva Beauty Hydro liners. Those three are neon and they glow in the dark. And those are normal ones. This is matte and this is shimmery. I think I haven't tried this one yet, but I really like this one. They are so beautiful to work with. Those are a little bit trickier, but all of them are great products to work with if you're doing creative stuff. And then I have some Festival Phase glitters. Look how pretty that is. I love glitters so much. Here are some Colourpop Super Shock shadows, and those are Super Shock pigments. Here are liquid eyeshadows. I recently got those too, which are from Stila, and they are to die for. These are some of the most beautiful shadows that I've ever had. And then I have those two from Colourpop, which are very beautiful but not as glittery as those two. And I have one more here. This is from Bourjois. I just didn't have more space to put it there with the other one, so that's why I put it here. And these two are the Colourpop Glitterly Obsessed body glitter, it says here. They are very nice because they are a jelly formula and they stick to things, so you don't need to use glitter glue. Here I have some crayons. I have 3 crayons and 1 yellow eyeliner and 1 yellow mascara. I just put them all together because I don't know where else to put them. Here are some loose glitter. These are from Lit Cosmetics. This is from Makeup Store and this is a Colourpop one. Just like I said before, I do readjust things. I just did it recently actually. They used to look a little bit differently, but when I get new products, I just move things around. Right here, I just have some of those gold sheets. I just make them to flakes. This is also a loose glitter by Bare Minerals. I really like this. Also another one. This is Inglot Body Sparkle, very beautiful. And here I have some cream shadows. This is actually an eyeshadow base. I wanted to get one close to my skin tone, but I accidentally got one in white. I haven't used it very much. This is a cream eyeshadow by Kiko Milano. It's very beautiful. I don't use it so often. This is from Clarins. I did a makeup tutorial with this shadow and it is gorgeous. This is just a single shadow. If I have single shadows, I prefer them to be in a palette, but this is the only one that I have that is not teapotted. So it's just sitting right there. And also this is a weird product. This is actually a jelly which has a lot of shimmer in it and it is very beautiful actually. Those 3 used to be eyeshadows but they broke for some reason and now I just have them in these plastic things. That was my favorite drawer. And moving on to next one, here I only have lashes and lash glue. I knew that I needed one drawer dedicated to my lashes because I love my lashes. Here I have some duo glue. Those came with some lashes. I just keep them in case I completely run out of glue. Here I have the Coco lashes in the style Amora. House of Lashes Iconic. I need new ones because they are a little bit destroyed. Iconic Light, Iconic Mini. I really like the Iconic style. My favorite ones are the Iconic Lights. And then I have Violet Voss Ice Baby. These are gonna last you forever. They are amazing quality. I wore them for over 60 times. They're still holding on very well. Those are the LA Splash Don't Less Lashes in Diva. I really like this style. They just go downwards, they don't curl upwards, and I don't like that, but I do use them on some creative looks. I recently got these Pinky Goat lashes. I really like this style. They're a little bit long, but I do like this style. And then I have Ardell Foam Ink Demi Wispies, and then I have the original Demi Wispies and Wispies, and those are some accents. This is also a favorite drawer of mine. I have highlighters, blushes, bronzers, powders. So I'm gonna start right here. I have a lot of space because I haven't filled it up yet. This is a Colourpop loose highlighter in Au Revoir, and here I have all of my highlighters except from the ones that are in that drawer. This is the Desi and Katie Fuego highlighter, Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. This is the Becca Gold Lava Mary Luminizer. This is a Too Faced highlighter, the Amrezy highlighter. This is a Wet n Wild one, Model Zone. I have this one from Kiko and Laura Geller Gilded Honey, which has cracked a little bit right here. And then I have 2 more cream highlighters. As you can see, this one I've hit pan on. I really love it. This is the Fire from Colourpop and Kathleen Lights, and this one is Over the Moon. This is a purpley iridescent highlighter. I'm not sure if you can see the purpleness. And here I have my blushes. I have this one from Wet n Wild. I'm not gonna be traveling with this one again. This one is from Milani. I have 2 from Burt's Bees, Toasted Cinnamon and Pear Peach. This is the L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. This is a Tarte Central blush. It's a very nice neutral blush. I have one from Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Blush in the shade Plum Rose. Milani Luminoso. I have 2 from Essence in Satin Love and Satin Coral. I also like both of them very much. And then last I have the e.l.f. Candid Coral blush. Next on my bronzers, recently got this one from Makeup Revolution. It's a baked bronzer. This is one that I've used a lot from Catrice, the Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powder. But give me some. Unfortunately it fell and it broke, but it still has some, so I'm still using that. I have the butter bronzer in the original one. As you can see, I have almost used it up. This one is in Sunkissed. This is also quite light but a little bit more warm. And lastly, I have a mini version of the Hula bronzer by Benefit. Here I have powders. I don't have anything there yet. This is my number 7 powder, very good powder. My Hourglass Veil Mineral powder and the travel size. And here, this used to have my Nude Sticks cream bronzer. It is empty. It has a mirror. I don't want to throw it away, and I have some space here, so I honestly didn't know where else to put it. So here I have mostly face palettes. I have this one from NYX. This is the Strobe of Genius highlighter palette. It's getting darker and I'm losing that light. I'm so sorry about that. It has some beautiful shades. This is the Juvia's Space Iron Blush palette, volume 2. Those are a little bit dark for me, but they are very pretty, so I go with them with a very light hand, or I use them as eyeshadows. This is a Z palette. I just have a Makeup Geek contour powder right there, which is a little bit dark, so I don't use it that much. This is also a Z palette. So those 3 highlighters used to be the Kathleen Lights and Makeup Geek highlighting palette. I recently depotted them. I don't know, I feel like using them more when they are in this Z palette instead of where they were before. And also I depotted my Colourpop, what was it called? The Knockout palette, now I remember. They are both very beautiful. I just didn't use them so much when they were in their original packaging. And here I have 2 Makeup Geek blushes. This is in the shade Rendezvous. This one is Puppy Love. And here I have this Morphe blush palette, which I really like. And on my last drawer, I have lip products. I'm not gonna go through them because I am losing the light and my battery is about to die. So here I have liquid lipsticks. Those are Colourpop, Morphe, NYX, Sephora collection, Ofra, Milani, Maybelline, those are colors. And there I have glosses. I only have this one right now, right there. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. And here I have lipsticks, except from this one. I have 3 Makeup Geek lipsticks, 2 from Kiko Milano, Primark, those of colors, MD Professional, I think it's called. And then I have this one from Laura Mercier. It's a very beautiful sheer shade. I don't know why I showed you just this one and nothing else. And this one is a lip oil, which smells amazing. It's from Clarins and I really love it. And lastly, here I have some more eyeshadow palettes, which are very pretty and I like to display them. This tree right here, it's having a hard time to focus on things. I don't know why. This very cute tree right here is handmade and I got it when I was in Mallorca. It's not big, but I really like to keep it here because it reminds me of Mallorca and I really loved it there. So I have this empty box right here. It used to be the Kathleen Lights and Colourpop for Super Shock shadows. It was her first collab with Colourpop. I just keep it here because it's cute. And then I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. I rotate through them. Right now I have the Linda Hallberg Spectral palette, which is so pretty. I also talked about this in my previous video. I have the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. And then back there I have the Jaclyn Hill palette. Alright guys, that is my makeup collection and the way I organize it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and find it helpful. Please let me know in the comments down below if you did, and of course give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you again in the next video.